How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero, and in this video we are going to be reacting to another In a Nutshell video. Is meat bad for you? Alright, so this video like literally just came out a couple hours ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I just saw it on my channel. I wasn't going to react to this originally, but I mean, come on, it's In a Nutshell. I love these videos so much, and it's a very interesting question. Is meat bad for you? Is meat unhealthy? I've been wondering that too. I mean, I know meat is very good. I'm no vegan or vegetarian here. I love meat, and so does my daughter, big time. But I've always wondered if it's actually bad for you or stuff, because I know like our primal instinct, or not primal, but our ancestors, I guess you would say, they ate like nothing but wheat and stuff that was grown and stuff. They didn't eat necessarily a lot of meat. I'm talking about like biblical times and stuff. So anyway, enough babbling from me. Without any further ado, here is meat bad for you? Is meat unhealthy? By In a Nutshell.
When our vegetarian ancestors started eating meat around 2 million years ago,
I was just talking about that.
Because animals taste great, it was pure necessity. Climate change made many of the plants our ancestors relied on less available, and meat bridged that gap. From the discovery of fire at the latest, meat became a staple of the human diet.
Yes, I love everything about that.
Years, eating meat has increasingly been associated with health risks like heart disease, certain cancers, and an early death.
Oh, early death?
So, how unhealthy is meat really?
Let's find out. I know I keep saying it, but his intro is like amazing.
In this video, we'll only talk about meat. Dairy products deserve a video of their own.
Okay, I like that.
We need to eat for 3 reasons. For
that guy's
energy,
big.
To acquire materials to fabricate our cells, and to get special molecules that our bodies can't make themselves. The energy and most of the materials come from the 3 macronutrients: fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. Proteins are the most important resource for repairing and replenishing our cell structures. The special molecules are a large variety of vitamins and minerals we need to drive metabolic processes.
Okay.
Meat provides us with most of these things.
Yeah!
It contains all essential amino acids our body needs, and a lot of minerals like iron, zinc, and essential vitamins, some of which are barely found in plants.
I never heard anyone say
B12.
vitamins like that.
Only one essential nutrient is missing in most of the meat we consume: vitamin C. It appears in almost all plants and supports our immune system as well as the development of connective tissues. After a few months without it, you'd get scurvy. But meat has another big advantage.
Is that why pirates got scurvy all the time?
Availability. Some of the nutrients in meat are broken down faster and available quicker than those from plants. Spinach, for example, contains more iron than meat, but it's absorbed much slower, and the body needs more energy to digest it.
Oh my god.
Several health benefits
Shouldn't that be the other way around if it's Popeye?
that rely solely on meat. The Inuit, for example, are able to survive in extreme climate conditions thanks to a purely meat-based diet. Since they consume the whole animal, including the organs, they get every single nutrient they need, including vitamin C. So
I can't get over that.
Vitamin is definitely not dangerous for us, but its health effects vary depending on how it's prepared and what animal it comes from.
Oh yeah, 100%.
When talking about meat in the Western world, we generally mean muscle tissues that have a high nutrient density, but also lack some of the vitamins that make it possible to survive on meat alone. The most healthy animals to eat are probably fish.
Oh, I love fish.
Fish contains polyunsaturated fatty acids like omega-3, which may lower the risk of cardiovascular diseases and support anti-inflammatory immune functions. As part of a balanced diet, fish can be eaten regularly without worries. Eating fish comes with its own bag of complications though.
Big time.
Like overfishing and the destruction of the oceans.
That's not what I was talking about, but that is way worse than what I was talking about.
Is the most popular meat.
Chicken! That's my favorite!
Is the meat with the fewest health risks.
Yeah!
The only negative health effect of poultry is a bit controversial: fat. Its high content of saturated fats is associated with a higher cholesterol level and cardiovascular disease.
I'm still gonna eat it, but
This idea has also been criticized by a large number of scientists, arguing high cholesterol levels might be inherited.
Are y'all guys related to the chicken?
Nutrition. So, in general, if you want meat and are concerned about your health, go for chicken.
Yes.
Things start to get problematic
And it's just
with high
delicious.
intakes of red meat like beef, veal, pork, lamb, horse, and goat.
Horse?
A recently
Never had
published
horse.
study recommends, for example, a maximum of 23 grams of red meat per day, which is a very small steak per week.
For real?
However,
Per week?
large-scale meta-analysis studies have shown that eating 100 grams of red meat every day increases the risk of diabetes by 19%, of strokes by 11%, and of colorectal cancer by 17%.
Go America, am I right?
This sounds
Yeah.
a lot, but before we panic, let's have a look at how these studies were conducted. Because this brings us to the second big problem when trying to answer the question of whether meat is unhealthy or not.
Okay.
Most studies that linked health risks to eating red meat were case control studies, which means taking a group of people with a disease and classifying them by their eating habits. The more red meat they consume, the more likely they were to contract certain diseases. The problem is that it's very hard to eliminate other factors.
Yeah.
People who eat less meat tend to live a healthier lifestyle in general. They tend to eat more vegetables and fruit and are less likely to smoke and drink alcohol.
Evil bird.
Most studies try to eliminate these factors, but it's extremely hard to make definitive statements. Things get
'cause
worse
everybody's
when
different.
we look at processed meat, though. Processing meat means adding certain chemicals by curing, smoking, salting, or fermenting, or in other words, making it delicious.
I was about to
Bacon,
say.
ham, salami, sausages, and hot dogs contain chemicals that are harmful for us, like nitrates and
I don't really like
nitrites
hot dogs all that
can
much.
damage the DNA in our digestive system and lead to cancer.
Really?
The WHO reviewed 800 studies
there's a
over
reason I don't
20
like hot
years
dogs.
and concluded that processed meat is strongly linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer. Each extra 50 grams of processed meat per day increases your risk of cancer by 18%.
Wow.
When it comes to cancer risk, processed meat is now in the same category as plutonium, asbestos, and smoking.
Oh my god.
The WHO highlights that its research is only about the question of whether or not something causes cancer and not to what extent. But processed meat may also significantly increase the chance of suffering from diabetes, strokes, and coronary heart diseases.
Oh yeah.
It also makes a difference
Especially
what sort
if you
of
eat a
life our
lot.
meat lived when it was still part of a living being.
Very true.
It's common to feed large amounts of antibiotics to livestock in order to prevent diseases which can spread antibiotic resistance.
That's so sad.
Combined, a high consumption of both red and processed meat
I found my
can
thumbnail.
increase your chance of premature death by up to 29%. This
Holy
means
crap.
if your chance of dying is 3% this year, it's now 4%. This might not sound like a lot, but tiny
It adds
percentages
up.
have a huge impact on societies of millions.
For real.
They also seem harmless until they affect you. To blame meat alone for bad health would be wrong, though. There is no evidence that the very essence of meat has any negative effect beyond its high fat content,
Yeah.
and even this point is highly contentious. Just like with many other pleasures in life, sometimes too much of a good thing is harmful. Most
Exactly.
public health agencies suggest cutting meat consumption to 500 grams a week, while studies suggest cutting down processed meat as much as possible. So if you feast on meat no more than once or twice a week, you should be good.
Should
For
be
most
good.
people, this already means a drastic change in their diets, though.
Oh yeah, especially
The average American
America.
consumes around almost 1,600 grams of meat a week.
For real.
The average German, 1,100 grams a week.
Huh, that would
And
be way
many of us
less.
eat much, much more.
Yes.
If you're not really sure, make a small note whenever you eat meat for a week or two.
Huh.
You'll be surprised how much it really is. So most people watching this video would benefit from cutting down on meat.
As you would.
Aside from health concerns, there's still the fact that the meat industry is one of the largest contributors to climate change and has reached a scale where it's impossible to deliver millions of tons of meat and still treat animals with dignity. We've already discussed
See, that's
that
just
in
messed
detail
up.
in another video. All in all, in moderation, meat is not unhealthy, and you don't need to become vegetarian overnight to have a real impact on your health and the planet.
Just cut it back a little.
But your lifestyle choices do matter.
Yes.
For yourself and for others. The key is being open to trying something new once in a while.
Yeah.
You'll discover your new favorite dish.
Exactly.
Until you try, you'll never know what you'll enjoy or what you're capable of.
I don't know about
Maybe
that.
after watching hours of Kurzgesagt videos, you decided you'd like to learn how to animate. Now, you might not know this,
actually.
but most of our team actually has a graphic design background. Learning about design
Hold on,
principles
I'm gonna watch
first
this.
before we got into animation was really key to where we are today. There's a really great new Skillshare class on using Adobe Illustrator, the software we use to create artwork, by graphic designer Aaron Draplin, and we can personally recommend it. It's full of great tips to help understand and simplify a very complicated program. If you want to do more afterwards, we have 3 animation courses of our own on Skillshare too.
Oh my god.
Skillshare offers over 25,000 classes on topics like film and...
Okay, now I'm gonna pause it. But okay, that was a very interesting episode. I mean, it's kind of common sense, really. It's like if you eat more of something, you're more likely to have the bad effects than if you were to simplify it and eat it, like he said, just like I don't know the exact statistic number there, but so many grams a week instead of like every day. Like, you don't want to go overboard or nothing, because of course you're gonna, like he said, like the heart disease and the diabetes. Actually, I didn't know that meat caused diabetes. I might be being dumb here, but I honestly didn't know that. That was very insightful. I like that. That's what I love about his videos. He's just he simplifies it and he makes it to where like you could actually understand, and it's amazing. I love it so much. But yeah, this video was, I don't want to say it was like an eye-opener, like, oh, I've seen the light, like nothing like that. But it was very enjoyable. I'm still gonna eat my chicken because I love me chicken, but I might dial it down on the actual like meat products like beef and pork and stuff. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like down below because it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos like this one. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. Y'all guys have been fantastic, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Later days.